Hello, image design students. This is part 2 of the Unit 12 project. To be working in this video, you should have watched the part 1 video and followed along to create a word that has been moved, scaled, sheared, and the curve modified. So your image that you're working with will look somewhat like this. So we're going to continue working here with this word. We're now going to click File, Open, and we're going to go to our image design folder, and we're going to go to our tech resource folder and the Unit 12 folder, and we're going to choose any one of these images that you would like to use, and then click Open. Now you want to make sure that this tab of the image you chose is selected. If you have your Word tab selected, you're going to want to come over here, choose your image tab. If not, make sure you have it selected. Now we're going to click the Select menu, and then we're going to click All. And then we're going to click Edit and Copy to copy the image. Next, we're going to click the one-word graphic window to select it. And then we're going to click Edit Paste to paste it. And in the layers list to the right, your image is going to be added as a floating selection layer. Now at the bottom of the layers list, you're going to click the Create a New Layer button to put this floating selection on a layer. You can see that there. You want to make sure that this pasted layer is above your word layer. If you need to arrange the layers in a different order, you can use these buttons here to do so. But the order right now should be pasted layer, fun, and background. We're actually going to rename this pasted layer image. Click Enter. Now, with the image layer selected, you can see that this image layer doesn't quite fit the entire canvas. So we're going to click the Scale tool, and in the image window, we're going to click and drag outward to make the image larger. We want the image to be, we're going to click and drag until the image is bigger than the image canvas. We don't want any white around the edges. Okay, and when you're done, you're going to go ahead and click Scale. Oops. I'm going to try that again, and I'm actually going to lock my pixels there. Okay, and now you're going to use your Move tool and click and drag until it is centered in the image window, like so. Okay, go ahead and click File Save to save your work up to this point. Lots of saving as you go so you don't lose your work. Okay, so our next step, we're going to click the Select by Color tool. Here. So in the layers list, I want you to click the eye icon next to the image layer to hide it. Okay, and then make sure that the word layer is selected. And now in the toolbox, we're going to click the Select by Color tool. And in the image window, we're going to click the word to select it. So you're going to want to click in the word, the black area, and the entire word should be selected. You can see that my word is selected. If yours is not, you're going to want to click the select menu and then none, and then try reselecting the word. Now be sure to not click on the white part because you don't want the outline to get selected. You want to click on the black so that the word gets selected. Now in the layers list, unhide the image layer, and you're going to see the word selection, the outline there on your image. Now select the image layer. Then in the layer menu, up here at the top, you're going to click mask and then add layer mask. In this dialog box, under initialize layer mask 2, you're going to click selection. Make sure that there is no check mark. You do not want a check mark here in the invert mask. If there is, you want to make sure it is gone. Now you're going to click add, and this is going to create a mask based on the word's shape. So we're going to click add, and then we're going to click the select menu and then none to deselect the word. And you can see we've really played around with our word there, creating a word graphic. Now we're going to click the eye icon next to the word layer to hide it, and then making sure that the image layer is selected, we're going to click the image mask thumbnail to select it. So you can see the thumbnails there's our image and then there's the word. So we're going to make sure that the image mask thumbnail is selected. That white border appears around it to let you know that it's selected. Now we're going to use our move tool from the toolbox. And in the image window, we're going to click and drag the image mask to move it, but the mask text will move, but the image behind it is going to remain in place. Make sure that you don't move the mask outside the edge of the image, or you're going to lose part of that mask. Okay. There we go. Click the word layer there. Now in the layers list, select the image thumbnail to select it. And in the image window, you're going to click and drag the image mask to move it where you want in the image window. Once you have it how you want it, you're going to click the image thumbnail to select it. And you're going to unhide the word layer, and you can see kind of what has happened right there. Okay. Now you're going to click File Save to save what we have done. And that brings us to the end of this little section, and we're going to continue on for our final touches of the project. So make sure you have saved what you have done. And here we're going to add a little bit more style here to the word. We're going to continue working with what we've done. And we're going to select the image layer. And in the layer menu, we're going to click Layer, Duplicate Layer to make a copy of the image layer. Now we're going to click in the layers list, we're going to double click where it says image copy, and we're going to rename it image under, and then hit enter. And if I move this over, you can see the full word there. And we're going to click and drag the image underlayer below the image layer. So I like to use the green arrows. I'm just going to click it down one time. Then I'm going to double click where it says image, and I'm actually going to rename this oh, I'm going to leave that. So now we're going to click the image under layer, make sure it's selected, and we're going to click the layer menu and then mask, and then we're going to actually click delete layer mask. And this is what you should happen. You're going to see the whole image again, because the image underlayer is showing through the image, the mask on the image layer. So this is how it should look right now. All right. So now we're going to hide both the image and the image under layers. Okay. And we're going to select the word layer. So whatever your word is, that's what you'll select. And make sure that it's not hidden. You just want these top two, the image and the image under hidden. Now, in this, you're going to click the Select by Color tool, and you're going to select the word. Once again, make sure you click on the black text. Okay. Now you're going to unhide the image under layer, and you're going to see, once again, that selection. It should still be visible. Now you're going to click the Select menu and then Grow. We've used this before. And we're actually going to grow it rather large. We're going to grow it by 20 and then click OK. It's going to make it a little bubbly. Now we're going to click the Select menu and Feather. This dialog box in the feather selection, we're actually going to change this to 20 and then click OK. Now we are going to select the image under layer, and in the layer menu we're going to click layer mask, add layer mask, and in the dialog box we're going to click selection and then add. Make sure once again that you do not have the invert mask selected. We're then going to click the Select menu and then None to deselect that selection. Okay, so now we're going to select the image layer. We're going to unhide it first and then select the image layer. And then we're going to click the Layer menu and then click Mask and then click Apply Layer Mask. And it's going to combine the image and its mask. Okay, now we're going to click the Script Foo menu, and we're going to click Layer Effects and then Stroke. If you remember from Unit 8, we used this. You need to come down and open it. And we're going to add a stroke or a border around this. So we're in this dialog box, we're going to click the color button and you're going to choose any color you want. And this is going to be the border of your stroke. Change the size to about 5. You want the position slider all the way to the left to select the inner border. You're going to click and drag the opacity slider somewhere between about 50 and 95. And then click OK. Now, if you don't like how this looks, you can undo and do it again, making the changes that you'd like to make. Now we're going to apply an outer glow. So we're going to select the image layer, and then in the Script Foo menu, we're going to click Layer Effects and then Outer Glow. In this dialog box, we're now going to click the color button and then choose a color that you'd like for an outer glow. And then click OK. In the glow radius size field, you're going to type 10. This is the width in pixels of the outer glow. In the spread field, you're going to type a number anywhere between 3 and 10. And then you're going to click OK, and an outer glow is going to appear around the image layer, and an image outer glow layer is added to the layers list as well. Okay, to finish up here, we're going to select the background layer, and we're going to add a background color. So in the foreground color button over here under our toolbox, we're going to choose a color and add a background color to our image. Now you're going to select the bucket fill tool in your toolbox. Where's my bucket fill tool? There it is. Right over it. And you're going to click one time on the white part of the background layer, and it is filled with color. All right, and that brings us to the end of the project. So we're going to go ahead and click File, Save. Always save your work. Now you are only halfway through this project. Remember, to earn full credit, you need to complete 2 images. So what you'll do is you can literally restart this video to create a second image, except for just name it One Word Graphic Part 2 so that we know that it's your second image. You will use a different word, a different image, but you're going to create a second image. Now, once you have both of your images complete, you will then go to your image design folder. Where am I? Your course resource folder, Unit 12. And you're going to make sure you have your project in here, which, you know what, I actually don't. So I'm going to double check to see where I've been saving this, and I actually saved it in my documents. This is a good learning opportunity to show you that you want to make sure you have it saved in the correct folder. So here I'd go to my courses, my image design, course resource files, Unit 12, and I'd save it here in the Unit 12 folder. Now I can come back and you can see I have my one word graphic. Now after you complete your second one word graphic, you'll have 2 GIMP files. Make sure that you have 2 GIMP files. Then you'll come back to your Unit 12, you'll right click, send to, compressed zipped folder, and you're ready to submit this to the Dropbox. We can then come to the image design class, click on tools, assignments, scroll down until you see Unit 12. You will then scroll down until you see, you can check the rubric, make sure you have everything. Add a file from your computer, and you can then click and drag the Unit 12 here. When it is loaded 100%, you're going to click Add. Then you will click Submit. Once again, Mrs. Brown doesn't click Submit. I don't want to grade my own work. And that brings you to the end of the project. Good luck. If you need to contact me, please do.